I've reached day 350 and these are my favorite tips and tricks that I've learned along the way from you guys or just by figuring them out myself. This is gonna be a lot for new players, but also some veterans might be learning a thing or two. Let's just get started. And as I said, if you're a veteran to the game, you probably know most of these already, but drop your best tips down in the comments below. One of the first things that did a big change for me was simply hitting the round button. Getting rid of any cent, pennies and whatnot whenever you're running the register, or even you have the AI running the register, is gonna save you a tremendous amount of time. So whenever you're changing things up, always hit the round button. I'm running a XP sale right now, so we're just gonna get rid of things cheap and get as many customers to pick them up as possible and make a bunch of XP with it, but that is a good thing. When you're then at the register, we can get this guy off. We will quickly, that's a healthy stack of cards, but when you're then running the register, when they're going to be paying with their card, you can use your keyboard to type in the amount and hit enter or space. Also speeds up the process a little bit compared to having to press around with your mouse button. Another neat thing in a shop like this is when you want to pack down things and you don't want to have them as active sales anymore, you can actually just pack the entire table, shelf and whatnot up and store it like this. Everything is going to be exactly as it was. When you then unwrap it again, you can put it there. We're not going to need this table right now. And another thing that I discovered, and I feel pretty stupid for not thinking of this beforehand, but whenever you are storing boxes like this, you can throw them out in the street and they're not going to be in your way, or you can literally just do like this. You can place them on top of the, there we go, on top of the storage shelves. This way you won't constantly run into them and make them bounce all over the place. It looks kind of neat compared to having some other things, you know, just all over the place in here. And to me, it definitely helps with the aesthetics a little bit, because there's 6 or 7 tables all wrapped up over there and the same over here, because I'm constantly changing around my shop for whenever I'm streaming and we're trying out new things or new techniques that we want to try to implement. The only thing that you need to be paying attention to is that you hit place and not throw or open box, or even worse, sell. And then you get it so you can actually place it around like this. Look up towards the top and just move in close. It's gonna glitch through a little bit, but it will be just on top whenever you then release it. It's a nice way to save a little bit of space, especially because you can actually store stuff on top. You could have also just, if you'd bought too many of the regular boxes, you can do the same thing. You might as well take advantage of the added storage space that you have on top of your storage shelves. Another thing that I was also told by one of you guys in the comments was, whenever you're buying bulk, there is a quicker way than just to go in and spam your left mouse button. Once you want to buy something in bulk and you want to buy a lot, hit the +1 and then just continue hitting with your left mouse button, but then take in your space bar as well, and you can see that you can speed it up even more. If you want to go real fancy, you can do space and enter, which, I mean, it goes a lot faster than just clicking one by one. I do hope that they're gonna make an easier way to do things at some point, because it does take quite a lot of time to go around and still get up to, like, if you want to order like 500 cases, it's gonna take a little while. Another thing you might also not know is this. If you are running this as your main entrance, you can actually put your air freshener in here and it is gonna work through the wall. Just if you really care about the aesthetics of your shop, that is a way to get around it. Not sure if it is gonna get fixed eventually, but for now it does work and it is a way that you can do it. And the way you can improve your speed whenever you're ripping up packs like this is the standard speed. This is how fast it's gonna go if you're just doing it straight out of the game. But if you go into your settings, you can up it quite a lot. Right here you have the open pack speed. Just slide that all the way to the right, have auto next card on. I do believe that's actually on by default, and then you can take off show new card. If you are new to the game, every card that you basically get out of a pack is going to be a new one, and it's going to stop to show you that. I took that off pretty early on because I don't need to have all of the new regular cards been shown to me as something, but I have it on now late game because whenever I get something new that is not worth more than $10, which doesn't really happen anymore, I would like to see that at least I'm getting a new card. I'm working on the 2500 cards achievement, but now the speed is a lot faster, and this way you can get through tons more packs than if you were to do it the other way. There is mods to do it even faster, but it also just kills the vibe completely for me. I don't play with mods in a game like this, but I know some of you do, and I know that a lot of you are enjoying the Pokemon mod. So if that's what you want to do with your game, it's your game, play it as you want. And the thing that I would love to see down the line especially would be better inventory management. Whenever the workers go and take something from the street, they're gonna go in, they're gonna fill up. If there is a storage space somewhere available, they're gonna go and put it there. If not, they're just gonna drop it on the floor, and it's gonna be a big old mess. But we have the issue with the current way that the workers always prefer to take stuff from the street first, because it shouldn't be out there. They go in, they will fill up, but we then end up with a lot of half full / half empty boxes. If we could get a way to kind of like combine boxes like this automatically, or simply hire a worker to do it, it would definitely take a lot of stress away from me and a lot of other people who like to have things pretty neat. Because this, regardless, if there's only one item left in the box, it's gonna take up the entire inventory space of that box, and that way you are not actually really sure how much you have out in your storage if you don't regularly run around and check the numbers. If we could have a way of them doing, you know, just take the boxes and then change it so we get the boxes full and the empty boxes thrown out, be something I'd love to see down the line. Also, obviously, buying in bulk. I did show you a way that it is pretty fast to do it, but if we could just have a little slider or the ability to type in a number, would make things a lot easier. And not only that, whenever we're running the full store, which we are normally, then ordering things, I really wish we could get a better way to do it. Either just go up, click here with a scanner, and then be like, fill up this shelf, or just some way of making things easier would be nice to see down the line. It would be a huge quality of life thing. Running around and doing that every morning in my shop takes a lot of time. And that's time we could have been spent ripping packs. I know that some people actually enjoy just running around and, you know, running a real store. And I do that too. But it would be nice to have a easier way to do that. Another thing as well, this could be an employee down the line, or it could be, I don't know, something you could control via your cell phone. The ability to change the prices daily. I'd love to see either the ability in here to just be like, hey, this is the current market price. You want to do that? Plus 10 roundup thing all in here. Instead of having to run around to every single item in your store and update it like this market price, I want to run a 10% plus, and we're going to round it up $33. When you have the 80 plus items in the game that is currently available, and you need to do this on a somewhat regular basis, because else your prices are going to be all out of whack. You might be losing out on a lot of money, or you might be way too expensive and then losing out on a lot of sales. If we could get a way implemented that it's going to make it easier, I would be all for that as well. But please drop your suggestions, what you'd like to see. I hope some of these small tricks might have helped you out a little bit. And again, when we do these videos, please leave your best tips and tricks in the comments down below. It just makes it so much easier for everybody else to get better at playing the game.